ATDL Dota tournament. Right now we're looking at Weebs versus Zen Monks. I'll be your caster and host for tonight. My name is Null Phase, and with me is my co-caster, Crazy. How you doing, man?
Hi man, excited for the games tonight. Let's hope we get a good one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been pre-hyped a little bit. Um, looking for a good game. I don't want to see a stomping. I'm a little bit frightened that it's going to be one-sided, but hopefully we'll see some good skirmishes, some good brawls.
Yeah, both teams are actually like quite hyped to be the top few in this
Mm,
tournament. So this will be an exciting game, and hopefully, like you said, we'll get a exciting series on our hands. Hope it goes to game three actually.
same. I'm gonna be against you there. I've got to disagree. I hope it doesn't go to game 3 because it's currently 12:41 a.m. in Australia. Um, I've had 5 hours sleep, but that being said, if it comes to game 3, it'll be damn straight. I'll be sitting here casting it with you. I'll be here all the way.
That's great, man. If not, we can just hope for two good games. That would be
That's
good,
true.
regardless of who wins. Yeah, two good games is good enough.
And you're right though. I have seen a bit of hype put in, a little bit of trash talk from both sides. Um, so words have been thrown down, and I'm excited to just see them get straight into it. We're currently in the lobby, just confirming everyone's ready to go. And
Look,
don't get me wrong, but am I correct in saying that you're on the team that lost to Zen last week?
yeah, I think they had a good idea of what they wanted to do against us, and they have. If you look at how their team rank distribution within their team is actually pretty even. So there's no player that's on a really extremely high end scale of the MMR, or any player that's on the extreme low end of the MMR. So I think this allows them to like kind of work together better.
Yeah,
It, so you don't really have someone that's not really sure of how to coordinate with the team. So if everybody is evenly skilled, I think the team coordination would be a lot better.
that's good. So you're saying like they're not going to be sort of like downplaying their teammates and saying, "Oh, you're trash," pick up your game kind of deal.
Mm, so that I think that with the distribution being rather even, there won't be any player that is sort of a liability to the team.
Like,
So
yep.
everybody pulls their own weight, and I think likewise for C-Weeps, they don't really have players that are on the extreme ends of the MMR scale. So having an evenly balanced team generally helps helps teams play better, I think.
And what about Sea Weebs? I haven't seen them play yet. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't checked out any of their previous games, but I've been told to look out for some of these guys. They're known to be a little bit playmakers. What are your thoughts on that?
Uh, we'll see what Kitsune can pull off this game. He's the highest rank in the team, but also he's not been in Dota for quite some time. He's been playing other games and just memeing and being a little shit. So let's hope he can match his trash talk and perform well.
That's right. And he's got the All Might icon as well, so that inspires me with hope at the very least. Um, I'm a Hero Academia fan. Not sure about yourself, but Pog, 100% Pog.
PogChamp indeed, man. I didn't I'm not a Hero Academia fan, but the hype is still there.
Yeah.
The hype is still there.
What do you think about what's going to be happening in the draft stage? Are we going to see some more Undying bans?
Mm, I don't think Undying. No, they may or may not be an Undying ban because BSJ recently released a video on how to counter Undying, and I know people from Seaweeps have been sharing the video around, so I think they have a plan to deal with it, in theory at least. I'm not sure if they've tested it out in actual games,
Yep.
but maybe it won't be as scary a pick as people expect it to be. Whereas on the side of Zen Monks, we do have a few like hero spammers. Mogetsu is a well-known Pangolier spammer, so maybe that will be taken out in the ban phase in the first stage.
Potentially. So we're jumping straight into the drafting stage now. We'll see how it pans out. I'm really hyped, guys.
10 seconds remaining.
Do you think there's gonna be a faceless void ban?
Ooh, maybe. I did see someone mention something about a chrono in this game. So, there it is. You're right. You've called it. FV banned.
So the Lone Druid ban is targeted at Kitsune because there's a meme about him being a 3-hero pooler. So he plays Lone Druid, Kunkka, and somewhat like a bit of Invoker, a bit of Aska, but usually he's known as like the 2 to 3 hero pool. So I think they'll be looking to take out his hero pool.
An NS ban as well. A very, very common ban so far in this tournament. Viper. To follow it up.
Nothing extraordinary so far,
Right.
except the. Yeah, but Zen monks look to be targeting like players instead of. And here we go. That's a bit annoying. So, Omni Knight picked up.
That's a strong first pick, really.
It's kind of been like a meta pick nowadays. They're just gonna pick an Omni Knight and it just sits behind the carry and spam what's that second spell called? The Heavenly Grace, I think something like that. So that shit has a 4-second downtime, and you generally just become like a neutral creep that buffs your carry. So I'm thinking they would look to pair it up with something like a Sven or a PA ideally that can make use of the strength gain.
Someone to get on top of them.
Yeah. So Spectres, first pick from Seaweeps.
Yeah. Bringing out the carry
not
off the back.
Radiant team pick.
And there's the Pango pick. Yep. At least someone's getting what they wanted.
So I think Seaweeps has an option now to counter the Pangolier pick. There are heroes in the pool that are still available. Grimstroke, Bloodseeker.
There it is. You've called it. Good prediction so far.
So they're just picking to like counter the heroes now. But if you think about it, Spectre and Grimstroke don't really pose like a really big threat in the lane. Like they can run at you, but this means that you're showing your safe lane really early. Because pos 4 Grimstroke is not really a thing, in my opinion. Like it's a bit too weak as a pos 4. So this actually gives Zen monks like quite a good idea of how they can draft for their off lane. So you will look to see them probably. You would look to see Seaweeps taking out off laners that can deal with spec at the moment, because the Pangolier is most likely a pos 4 this game.
So you think Seaweeps may have shown a bit too much of the hand already?
Not exactly. Like they're showing their safe lane, I guess. So what happens? What they can do now is use the ban phase to remove offlaners that can combo with the Pangolier or provide a threat to this Grimstroke spec dual lane. So that's the beauty of having like in this pick phase. If you pick the Grimstroke, you have 3 bans to then decide how you want to deal with the opponent counters. So you can ban out the counters to your lane, and make your lane easier in that case. So we'll just have to see what they want to play.
Anti-mage ban comes out. Not too uncommon.
I don't think that hero goes very well with Omni Knight.
Yeah.
Because it's quite mobile. Omni Knight won't be able to catch up with you. So that may have been a ban that may have been a bit wasted, I think.
And AM's kind of prone to being able to save himself. He doesn't really need someone to sit on top of him and drop heals. If he's going to run, he's going to be out of there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the reason why they banned anti-mage could be because they intended to pick a Storm Spirit, which is a really popular mid lane pick in this meta.
And then
so maybe that was what they were trying to look out for,
SS
because
got
we
banned
see a
anyway.
Storm Spirit ban come out. Yeah. So not exactly sure what kind of offlane they wanna bring to the table, but Timber is still in the pool.
That's right.
If Zen monks want to create a problematic lane.
Undying hasn't been banned yet either, so I'm not sure if they're going to be looking to bring that.
But judging from the lineups of both teams, I doubt the Undying will be picked up, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a Bloodseeker pos 3 here. it goes really well with Grimstroke, and it
Dire
deals
team
with
pick.
Omni Knight as well.
There's an Invoker.
Invoker.
Would that be
Uh,
Kitsune playing that?
I suppose, but I personally don't rate this hero very much this patch. Like, I'm an Invoker spammer and I don't spam it at all. Like, this hero doesn't
10
work
seconds
this patch.
remaining.
It's just significantly weaker than all the other mid laners.
5 seconds remaining.
But this also means that they revealed their mid really early, so Zen monks
Counters
can
available.
look to counter that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whereas,
So I'm seeing a lot of melees on their team, so they might look to take up some ranged off laner. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
maybe I'm not too sure because I'd range offlaner. I think Viper straight off the bat. What do you think they'll be looking to pick up?
That's a tough one because most of the if they pick a melee offlaner, wouldn't surprise me as well. But that would mean their team is really vulnerable to
Radiant
Grimstroke
team pick.
X. Okay. No, there we go. So that's the offlaner for Zen monks.
Beautiful. First time I've seen an axe so far in this tournament, and I'm pretty excited. I love myself an axe. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a little bit biased.
10 seconds remaining.
The X spammer himself, huh?
Yeah.
You'll be expecting some hype plays,
Ooh,
some
yeah.
seconds
huge
remaining.
calls from him, maybe.
Indeed. Nothing gets me more excited than a buff swole as fuck red guy.
Do you think the Invoker could be a pos 4 hero this game?
Potentially, yeah.
Wouldn't be
Well,
possible, yeah?
it really could be. I think they need to bring. It looks like Seaweebs might be lacking a little bit of stun, in my opinion.
Dire team
Sandking,
pick.
maybe?
I'll see.
Legion. Their lineup is looking like they lack a lot of disable.
Yeah,
Not
a
gonna
lot
lie.
of control.
Yeah.
So, what is their
10
Grimstroke for?
seconds
Are we going to see
remaining.
some kind of pick to combo with the
5
Grimstroke
seconds
ulti to
remaining.
make use of the double?
Dire team ban.
I think the main idea of the Grimstroke is to hold a Pangolier in place. So,
Yeah.
like, they could or could not pick something to combo with it. But I think the main role of the Grimstroke here is just to drop the ulti on the Pangolier and stop him from creating chaos in the fights.
10 seconds
Then everything
remaining.
else would just be like a bonus. Like, there's spells that go
5
well with
seconds remaining.
Soulbind as well, like Cold Snap from Invoker, and there's
Team ban.
I'm a bit unsure about the interaction with duel. I don't know if you get double duel damage if you duel two people at the same time.
Yeah, that would be strange. I think I'm not 100% guys, but I think it does double duel, but it will only obviously hit one at a time.
10
That is my
seconds remaining.
expectation, but don't quote me on that. No flame, please.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm a bit concerned about this all melee lineup from Zen monks though.
And like Omni Knight, like Lifesteal already has his rage,
Dire team ban.
so Omni's sort of free
So-
to give a free BKB or whatever you'd like to call that magic resistance to
I mean-
Pango or Axe. It's a lot of melee, so much melee.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised about the Zeus ban because Spec Zeus is a really
10
popular
seconds
combo,
remaining.
like in pubs especially, because it's so punishing to have so
5
much damage
seconds
done,
remaining.
and basically the supports all melt, right? If you use that combo. So I'm a bit surprised to see Reeves banning out the Zeus
Yeah,
when they could have picked it themselves.
very strong global presence with a combo like that, especially to find people kind of being greedy, stuck in the jungle. Having Zeus just to give the vision and then giving Spectre the okay to drop the Haunt as a follow-up is quite strong. I would have loved to have seen that, to be honest with you.
You would love to see supports die in 2 seconds from halfway across the map.
Shit, yeah, 100%, 100%.
Oh, but this game they're all melee, so all of them are significantly tankier. Maybe they'll take 4 seconds to die, maybe not 2.
Radiant team ban.
Maybe.
So we can actually see that Zen monks are quite unsure whether the Evoker is a pos 2 or pos 4.
Mm.
So they are actually banning out the pos 4 Scarab Mage here.
And I'm really hoping they pick a ranged. I'm sure they're aware that they've got 4 melee at this stage.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's not looking very
5 seconds remaining.
very good to play against like Grimstroke and Invoker as 4 melee heroes. But granted, you have 2 of them with magic immunity and 1 with status resistance buff, so maybe they have an idea about it that I don't. So,
Like,
any predictions for the last picks?
I'm really not too sure. All I'm doing is I'm hoping that they do pick at least one ranged hero with potentially a little bit of kite. Maybe something like a Dro. Not sure how it's going to go down, but something ranged. Please, guys, don't go all melee. Unless they're expecting to be jumped on 100% of the time,
Team pick.
melee can
Quite
work.
possible,
They can
yeah.
kind of just get big or go home kind of deal.
Yeah.
Pop, you reckon? Oh, could be good.
Most of the popular offlaners like mid laners that are ranged have already been kind of taken out. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Death
10
Prophet here.
seconds remaining.
Death Prophet is really strong. Like teams don't rate it as much, but I
5
don't see a
seconds
way
remaining.
the Sea-Weeps can deal with a Death Prophet this game.
And
Especially with the status resistance buff from Omni Knight.
That's-
Since Lifestealer doesn't need it.
that's true. And then, like, who would be the natural Orchid carrier or Silence carrier on Sea Weebs?
Invoker might build it, but then again you can dispel it, right? With
That's right.
Heavenly Grace. And they have 2 magic immune targets with Pangolia's ultimate and Rage. So Death Prophet's actually looking quite solid, but you know, they might just fuck it and go with like some melee
There
hero
you go. There's your range.
in range. Looks like they have an instant.
And the Kunkka.
So it is a
Select
pos
your
4.
heroes.
It is a pos 4 Invoker.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And we see the...
So remember when I told you about his 2 hero pool?
Yeah,
This is one of the 2.
you're right.
So. Mm, So which lineup do you kind of like better after taking a look at all 5?
I'm actually liking Sea Weebs a lot here. They've got a lot of utility. They've got a good mix of range and melee. And the Grimstroke ulti does also combo with Kunkka's X, I believe. So they can pull back 2 for 1. Kind of go fishing, really, if they try and escape.
You can only torrent 1 though. So
That's true. That's true.
so one of the guys is gonna be awkward. He's gonna be wondering if it's him.
Yeah, that's right. And if they can sort of pick up which direction Kunkka's facing to try and sort of gleam where the torrent's going to be, it could be a little bit scuffed. It looks like Zen monks might have trouble absconding and getting away from the unfavorable fights, but it could go both ways, really.
Yeah, I think the laning phase will define how this game goes.
100%. And obviously a lot of magic immunity on Zen Monk's side, with against what I would call a lot of caster type heroes.
Yeah, so that could work very well in their favor, but we also have to see what build the Grimstroke goes for, because there's a Grimstroke build that's popularized in pubs that they actually max the silence, or they get 3 points to get the 3 hits to kill the little bug that comes out. So if they go for the silence build, you could actually potentially stop like a lot of them from getting their spells off, especially the Angolia and Omni Knight.
So we've got both teams heading out to their lanes. Just going to give you guys a quick overview of what items are being picked. Kunkka's got his 2 pulled tangos. GG Branch, 2 gauntlets of strength. The spam coming out, lovely, just what you want to see.
The chat lines.
Yeah,
Spectre's build is quite unique, so he looks like he's ready for some heavy harass in this lane. He's bought 1 set of tangos and 2 ring of regens. Looks like he's expecting to at least be pressured quite a bit in this lane.
30 seconds to battle.
And if we're looking at the dire side, actually, there's something quite interesting about this Lifestealer's build. Like, if you're expecting to be up against a melee cost 3, I would usually go Orb of Venom on Lifestealer because this is a hero that can
Get up in your
hit
face.
really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gone with the Blightstone build, which it's not wrong by any means, but just may not be able to harass the LC out of lane as much as he would like to.
Oh, Grimstroke getting really low in the bot lane. The axe dot finishes him up, slows him down. Followed by the disarm. Just too much slow at level 1. First blood goes to Zen Monks.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I think he got a bit too close. He shouldn't have. Yeah, he got a bit too close to try and contest the rune, but I think the first blood doesn't really impact the lane too much. So hopefully, well, we'll see the ward placement right in front of the Grimstroke actually. So there's actually like a sound if the enemy places the ward like right in front of you. So so he may or may not have missed it. Let's see. Yeah. So if you look at the top lane, you can see both Force 5, Omni Knight, and Force 4 Invoker. They're blocking their respective camps. So this puts the lane in a 1v1 situation, and so they won't be succumbing, or the lane won't be controlled by any of the neutral creeps this game.
That's right. And in a 1v1, who would win out of Lifestealer? Let's still see.
It's subjective. If the LC manages to get like a lot of procs at the moment of courage, then Lifestealer could be in for some harass, and especially since he didn't buy the Orb of Venom build. So there's a limit of how much he can right click the LC. No, but then again, he has the Omni Knight. So.
Omni is not having a bar of this Invoker.
It's a bit rough. So Omni just has to kind of like soak harass. Like he can't exactly zone the offlane out. Like his role is just to make sure that the Lifestealer gets a semi decent game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Omni Knight like dying a bit here, as long as the harass is going on him instead of the Lifestealer.
Yeah, the Invoker just throwing out a taunt randomly. Just a swag on him.
But if you look
bit
at
more.
the lane,
The
if you look at
VOD.
the lanes, it's actually quite well controlled for the Dire side. Like the Omni Knight walked and managed to like block the big camp at the 2-minute mark again. So you see where the creeps are meeting. Now this is actually a really good spot for the Lifestealer. He wants the creep wave to meet here.
It is Invoker throwing out a lot of harass to try and keep this Omni Knight out, and he doesn't look too impressed. This is a battle of the autos and a battle of the taunts, at the very least.
It's a big meme battle going up top. So yeah, he's actually just trying to block the map.
Yeah,
So
and he
knows
gets
what
it.
he's doing.
And Windrunner's getting kind of low. Looks like she's been splashed quite a few times by Admiral Kitsune.
Yeah, the infamous Kunkka spammer. It will be quite a disappointment if he's not performing on his signature Kunkka this game.
It will be sad. It will be very sad.
So the bottom board has actually still gone undewarded. Oh, Anglia might be in some trouble here.
Yeah, it's being caught very low.
Oh,
The auto attack finishes him off.
careless mistake, man. Yeah,
That's 1 for 1. Easy kill.
so we're gonna see the
The ward kill.
both support from the top lane trying to secure the mid rune. I think Omni Knight's just given up. But it looks like they're going on mid. They're trying to secure the rune for the Kunkka. Looks like he skipped bottle completely this game. He didn't rush it. So it looks like the bottom board has finally got dewarded as well.
Now LC's left alone. They can try and control him a little bit more. And Invoker's here. Are they swapping out the lanes? They're swapping the lanes up?
No, I don't think so. I think they're quite comfortable here. So let's see, the 5-minute runes are coming up. And looking at the creep kills, Kunkka has a little bit of a creep wave advantage, creep kill advantage. No surprise there because of Tidebringer. And looks like Wind Rangers just like resorted to
Playing catch up, really.
playing catch up. But they do secure the runes, so oh, the rune got stolen by Volker Top.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
It looks like
fortified.
Spec's not really having a good time. Getting zoned down a little bit by this axe.
Yeah,
Flexing.
it's kind of expected though. You have to, as Spectre, your early game is really like kind of weak, so you just have to suck it up and try your best to recover later.
And as a Spectre being a Spectre, undoubtedly that will happen if the game does go late enough.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see like how much damage Spectre can actually output into this lineup, because there's not one hero you can actually haunt on and kill alone.
That's right.
So that's quite interesting. So it looks like they did prepare for the Spectre pick after all.
Well, the Spec pick did come out quite early.
Yeah, so it looks like they did take the necessary precautions to make sure that their heroes are not Spectre food in the mid game.
Seeing both teams just sort of poke at each other at this stage.
Radiant's courier
Yeah,
has
not
been
the exciting game you were looking forward to yet.
Oh, not
I
yet.
think that will come. That will come. That will come.
Yeah. Poor Omni Knight stuck on level 2 just doing the supports work, doing God's work, so to speak. It's going to be a
But,
little while until... Oh,
Oh, it's going
he's
on
going
it.
on to LC.
He has rage. He's not
Oh
opted.
dear,
No,
not willing to commit, and probably a good decision. LC
may
happy
not
to
have got the
retreat.
kill as well.
Mm.
He would have killed him if he had the Orb of Venom though. He would have killed him.
Oh.
Look at mid lane.
Yeah, I think he missed the torrent
is
there
under attack.
on the Windrunner.
Seems like this mid lane is going really heavily.
They may have caught LC here. Oh, the tornado hits too, to buy him a little bit more
Korea.
space.
Courier has been killed.
The courier got kidnapped instead. The poor Omni Knight. There's less goal now.
Pause coming out. So if we have a look at the net worth, Kunkka obviously in the lead, just bullying the Windrunner out of the lane and sending her back to the base to get a little bit of heal. Where?
The thing about Windrunner is you generally want to rush the MKB as fast as possible, but that means that you forego certain like stat items that you would normally see on mid laners. So this makes it really easy for Kunkka to like harass her out of lane.
That's right, that's right. Waiting on a Grimstroke to reconnect. We should be back into it. I'm just doing a quick check on the items everyone's got. Kunkka. Omni's got lots of mana regen. His boots have just arrived, it looks like. We're back into it.
It looks like Spectre's not even going to go for boots. He's expecting to not be part of any fights for a long time. He's going straight into the blade mail.
Yep.
Not even buying any boots.
And up against a team with a lot of physical damage, and they're going to be on top of them and jumping on top of the Spec all the time. Probably makes sense to be more defensive.
Looks like we have the first rotation of the game. Wind Rangers coming bot.
Oh,
I
the
think
wind
she's gonna
run.
get the kill
Oh, the
here.
dot, that's slow. Axe makes sure that...
Oh,
Oh,
nice
he's
dodge.
trying to dodge, trying to juke, but unfortunately succumbs to the Axel. Dunk. The Spec gets shackled to the trees, Invoker using the tornado to try and buy a little space.
I think he's good. I think he's out.
He is.
So looks like the Wind Rangers decided that he can't really lane that well anymore. So
Might as
decided
well
to make
gank.
the early rotation. Yeah, that's good. Good rotation from the Wind Ranger. But that does, however, mean that Kunkka is significantly over level.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately going to help your team get a gank, but leaving the Kunkka alone, and he's going to be happy to just sit there and soak up that XP.
Yeah, I'm not sure how value that gang actually was for the Dire side, because at the end of the day, you lose the Raiden lose a pos 5 Grimstroke, but the Wind Rangers losing like 30 to 40 seconds of
Oh.
no farm. And
It looks like they
EXP.
might be trying to initiate onto Spec again.
I doubt they have the.
Anka ult
there we go.
onto the Pango, connects, and drops. And the follow-up stun,
They're gonna get
and they get the axe kill as well.
very nice.
That's a
Nicely
nice
done.
gank.
So it
That's a
looks
very
like-
nice gank.
So the difference between what this actually achieves is they actually get the cores.
Dire's bottom tower
The
is
Radiant
under
actually get the
attack.
core kills. They managed to kill the X. Who he's not having a good game, I think.
No.
This may just be a mistake, I'm not sure, but he actually has
Dire's
tranquil
middle
boots
tower
on the
is
X.
under attack.
So I'm not sure.
It can
I'm
work.
not sure if
It
he,
can work.
because I've made this same mistake of like not locking my boots. And X as an X, you generally will have a ring and windlays to help you move faster. So I'm not sure if it's an accident or something you did on purpose.
And a lovely pun coming out from yourself. But I can say, Tranquil can be good on Axe. If he's forced into the jungle, you can still do the old drop your Tranquils, do the stack, and then pick him back up again and get no downtime on the regen.
Yeah, I guess so. But in this lane where he's against a Spectre,
And he's going to be forced to
and a
stay
Grimstroke,
there as well.
Yeah, I was thinking he should go for like more aggressive items or like more tanky items in this case. So he's going like Tranquils into Naked Blink Dagger, where I don't actually see the Dire actually trying to fight that early as well. So maybe a Vanguard purchase here would have been more useful in the long run, because it helps him be a lot more survivable. Like if Kunkka ganks him again here,
Silence coming out onto Axe. Auto attacks down the Goblin. X Smart into Torrent. Connects with the Axe. And another kill. Admiral Kitsune. Oh, the godlike gank. Windrider comes and gets one kill, and he comes and shows her how it's really done.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm not sure if this Naked Dagger build is actually the best, because if the Kunkka comes for you
Oh, the
like that,
X-Mark.
there's no way you get out
He
of
tries to roll out of it, and then the duel follow up after the X mark. Duel damage secured. That's very well played.
it. So the lane swap that you were talking about earlier does eventually happen now.
Are fortified.
I think the LC is moved bottom with the catapult wave to take the tower.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And I don't think the Lifestealer can actually threaten the Spectre in the lane.
No.
Yeah, you can poke him a bit by what he's doing now, but
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't think he's getting anything out of it.
I think Spectre might just be not wanting to hang around bot anymore. Too much action going on. He's like, let me get some farm,
Yeah.
guys. Give me some space.
He just yeeted out in the triangle. He's done fighting.
Yep.
We're gonna see like 10 minutes of Spectre farming this triangle and top lane.
Windrunner securing the DD. Puts that in the bottle. Save it for later.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about the Dire Sights lineup. The Wind Ranger is actually about 2k gold behind the Kunkka right now, and she's nowhere near getting an MKB. Whereas Kunkka is already building into what I assume.
Yeah, it looks like a
it
halberd.
looks like it's building into a halberd.
A lovely counter
Yeah,
for
so-
Windrunner.
So they don't really have any like magic damage on the side of Zen monks. So this could be quite a big problem. Like if all their damage is physical, it's coming from Lifestealer and Wind Ranger.
Yep.
The halberd build is gonna be really value because it's gonna stop them from their main damage output.
Looks like a Kunkka TPing top. Is he going to try and get a gank here?
I think ultimately they want to pressure this tower.
Life
They want to get rid of this
Trying to
tower.
escape
that
into the
Spectre
creep.
can't safely.
I think they've spotted Kunkka here.
See
Oh,
if they can get a
he
pick
may
off.
be caught here. The dot comes out, but
Oh,
he splashes the creep
he
to
missed the
deny
fall.
it. Torrent connecting. Grimstroke ult on 2. GA comes out. Jewel. Everyone's underneath the CMP.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Pango and Axe already fallen. And C Weeb's losing their Invoker. Oh, they're trying to catch the Kunkka. Windrunner's ulti. Not enough damage.
Oh, missed the power.
Lifestealer trying to make something work here. But looks like they're unsure if they're going to commit. Ooh.
I think this is a desperation.
Oh no.
commitment.
And it looks like they've picked up the Windrunner as well with the X mark. Caught onto the tower and now Lifesteal is left
He
alone.
cancelled his TP.
Oh no.
Oh no. He cancelled his TP, man. He could have gotten out. The green.
Oh, Pango's still here to try and do things. He cancels it. Oh no. Oh, the double torrent. He tries to dash away. The jewel comes out. Risky play, but it works out. Axis here. Gets the dunk. Elsie's out of here.
It's not tanky enough though. He just might die.
Spec happy to poke a little bit further. Torrent misses, but the tornado connects. And that's an axe down.
Not tanky enough.
And they're happy to keep going for more. The cold snap coming out onto the Pango. Tries to dash away, but it's a small dash. Spec's dagger connects and actually
It's gonna
kills.
kill him.
Wow.
That's a. I think they overcommitted too hard, and then they didn't want to bail on the fight without getting anything out of it, and they ended up losing more.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And how did Kunkka survive that? Those toggles were pretty wild, if I do say so.
The ghost ship buff allows him to take like a lot less damage, and the Wind Ranger actually doesn't even have the demon edge, so the damage output coming out from Wind Ranger is significantly it's much lower than you would expect. So he has got the demon edge now, but I think that was quite a bad fight. Like,
And it did look good. It looked good at the start, but they kind of half committed under the tower. It looked like that Lifestealer was unsure if he should have continued committing. And his team seemed to follow up a little bit late. Oh, the shackle connecting on the cart. EMP tornado onto 2.
and the Pangolier dead.
Oh, he tries to get the ulti off, but unfortunately not able to finish the animation.
He's actually made the same mistake twice in 2 fights. At the top lane, he swashbuckled in and he got cold snap and hit until and right click down. He couldn't even get his ulti off in both the engagements. So maybe you should think about like rolling in instead of using the swashbuckle first.
Yeah, it's like he's thinking about using his rolling boulder defensively, just for the magic immunity. Whereas if he can't get it off, it's value lost.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get maximum value out of his Q into the ulti, but I think he has to understand that at this stage, there's an invoker sitting behind. I don't think you can safely get the rolling thunder off, because he's been just getting his ulti cancelled by cold snap and earth. So
Radiant's top tower
2
is
fights
under
without
attack.
Pangolier ulti.
It's not looking too flash at the moment for Zen Monks. Like they are.
So invoker
You go.
has completed his vessel actually.
Hmm.
Quite early for a boss 4 invoker.
And he has been landing his EMP tornado
Attack.
in all his
Yeah, they've
fights.
been really clutch stopping the fights. Yeah.
T1 falling to
Has fallen.
seaweeds. More money. Not ideal.
So Kunkka's just completed his halberd. That's actually really early, and I think LC is just about to get his dagger in the next 500.
Yep.
In his next 500 goal. So they smoked top. They look to be trying to pick someone off.
But they're underneath the sentry. They know. Zen monks do know that they're here.
Lifestealer is hiding in the
Oh.
trees. It's safe there. Oh,
It is. They're kind of just sort of wandering around looking for something. They know, they can see the sentry of the enemy team.
I think Zen monks are aware as well, because
Yeah.
if you look at the map now, it's quite obvious that they are smoke ganking.
Yep.
Because none of the heroes are showing up in the free farm lanes. Like there should be someone farming
Radiant's
bottom,
tower is under
someone
attack.
farming top. Yeah, it looks like that smoke gang's gonna account to nothing.
Axe is cutting the lane. Trying to get a rotation. Spec happy to throw out a dagger. I'm not sure how much confrontation will come of this though.
Oh, they have a ward behind the tower, so they're able to see that the spec is alone at the moment.
Yep.
So this just might give them the incentive to jump in.
Oh, the call comes out. It hits the
Oh,
wave
there
and
we
the
go.
spec. Unable to get the blade mail off yet. There it is. The TPs are coming in.
Oh,
LS
they're
jumping into
getting out.
creep. The Grimstroke ulti onto Omni and Axe. The duel coming out. And the torrent to follow up.
Oh, he wins
That's
too.
an Omni and Axe
He does
die.
get both.
Oh. Did he get both?
Yeah, he did. He did get both.
My lord.
Yeah, they're picking it. They're picking the double duel. That was kind of sloppy from Zen Monks. I think they have to hard commit on the
Radiant's
Spectre.
middle tower is
It's
under
no good
attack.
if they just go with 2 heroes and expect us to be able to burst in.
Dire's top tower
Like
is
the
under attack.
original initiation did look good. It was a clean call, caught in the wave, but the TP's there,
not enough
ready to.
damage.
The see Weebs just jump in straight away, ready to TP in and help out their boy.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's not the best gank to go for because under the tower there's the extra armor and regen, and the first person to TP in was actually the LC who got the press the attack off. So they weren't able to uh, burst the spec, which I think it's a big problem with this lineup. They don't seem to be able to burst anybody. They lack any kind of burst damage, actually. So they're gonna have to take some time to like get heroes down for X to Kalik Blade.
That's right.
So,
And obviously trying to get a lot of burst while they're also playing catch up.
yeah, it's not ideal.
No. Invoker might be.
Radiant's top tower is
He doesn't
under
want to do
attack.
that, does he? He's calling his friends for help, but he's under the ward, under the sentry.
Dire are
Yeah, it
scanning.
doesn't give vision big enough for them to see unless he's beside the creep wave. So I think they did see him there.
Axe calling onto
Oh,
LC.
mid lane.
She's pulling him back because there's a melee hero, but he
Oh.
blinks because the dot damage doesn't tick. It looks like he'd called his friends to TP in and, hey, I'm going to call this guy, but
Dire's bottom tower is under
now
attack.
looking kind of silly.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. The LC was actually quite far out of position.
Mm.
He was alone there. It could have been a good kill for their team to take.
Oh, Lifestealer walking uphill, getting caught by the silence and the EMP. Rages to try and get away. The tornado catches his allies that were standing near him. LC jumping inside of the Omni. The GA coming out.
Oh,
Axe
nice
calls the
call.
Invoker on the back lines. Grimstroke ulti.
Didn't actually go onto the tank.
Oh, looks like Lifestealer's going to drop. Jewel coming out on the sidelines. And gets the Omni.
I think
Oh no.
this game is over, man.
They've got too much catch, too much control.
Yeah, that was kind of the worry when we talked about the lineup of Zen Monks at the start of the draft. They don't seem to be able to have any way to like burst anybody, and their teamfight control is not fantastic. So I don't know, man. It's looking to be over already.
It does. It doesn't look good. And at least if they could all sort of commit onto one hero, burst him down, get a kill, share the spoils a little bit. But it's trying to pick what hero they can fight. Who do they go for? The Grimstroke? He'll be sitting right at the back.
Yeah, but I think you have to give Seaweeps credit for being able to like react and back up the team like so quickly.
Yeah.
So they're always in position. So that whatever plays and monks go for, there's always the Invoker, EMP, Tornado EMP to disrupt it, or there's someone else ready to throw a spell out to stop them from getting their combo off. And you see a smoke gang, desperation attempt. Oh, this is quite good actually. It's a nice shot.
Oh, that's 4 onto 1 right now. Admiral Kitsune is looking really, really sketchy. The boat comes out. He saved himself.
He got the helmet off on the Wind Ranger. I
The
believe,
Grimstroke
so
died.
He wasn't able to. Yeah, you take one for the team, man. You have to do it.
The call coming out. EMP to try and reduce the mana of Zen Monks. They look like
They
they're
don't
trying
have
to
lockdown.
get back.
Yeah, they don't have a way to lock someone down.
Yep. Axe's Blink Dagger was on cooldown. He could have caught. They still might be looking for a fight here. They know Invoker's here somewhere.
This may not be the safest fight for them to
No,
take.
it's looking a bit dangerous, and the
yeah.
longer they wait,
Everybody's out on the side of Seaweeps. They have to back off now.
Oh, okay. It looks like they're trying to do something. The call misses
Oh.
the Invoker. Remember,
It was a nice
Lifestealer
try
is
though.
inside here.
Radiant
The Glyph comes out to save the T1. Cold Snap, Tornado onto 2 heroes.
tower is under attack.
I think they're good.
But the-
If they back off now, they're good.
Yep.
So Wind Ranger's actually been like secretly just farming. You know? He's almost at a BKB after his MKB. So we might look to see Wind Ranger deal out like a lot of damage in this big game.
That's right. And if she can get the BKB to stop the counter from the Halberd, and gets it in the right positioning, although Invoker knows she's here. He's ready to fight. Cold Snap. Tornado. Ready for the duel. And there it is. GA comes out to try and save. The boulder is just spinning in place. The Grimstroke ulti holding him there. Omni Knight being brought down.
That's-
It looks like they're still trying to get away,
that-
but there's the X mark. The Dispel doesn't save you from this anymore, guys. Come on. Lifestealer raging and just running home. Running for the wind.
Yeah, this is kind of why you don't first pick, like you don't first place pick Pangolier. Like, there's so many hard counters to Pangolier in this
Dire's middle tower
in the hero
has
pool,
fallen.
and if you're giving up Grimstroke, you best be prepared that you have to kill the Grimstroke. If not, that's gonna happen. You're just gonna have a Pangolier who sits there and
Radiant's
rolls
bottom
on the
tower
spot
is under
for the
attack.
entire duration of his ulti.
Reese Weaves taking the first Roshan of the game. While Zen Monks are still waiting their team to come back. This does give Zen Monks a little bit of farming space on the map, but now they're going to have to fight an extra Spectre. Spec has a Manta online as well.
Well, the game actually doesn't look too bad. Like their cores are not that far behind. So 1 or 2 good fights could just change everything.
That's right. It looks like they could be hunting again. Lifestealer's hiding inside the axe, but Reese Weave's not looking to leave any hero alone.
Yeah, this is what I kind of I think they can't be playing like this because they don't have enough burst. And if you look at how they were approaching the gang just now, it was just the Lifestealer and the axe with the Omni Knight behind. Like Pango and Wind Ranger are nowhere near that fight. So if let's say Seaweeps respond by TPing 3 people, then they just lose the team fight immediately. They need to go as far
It
right
looks
now
like
if they want to kill anybody.
Reese Weave's looking for a fight here. Invoker's running around just scouting, gets the cold snap onto the Pango, followed by the EMP. Lifestealer retaliating, moving forward aggressively, but the Tornado catches the Omni Knight. A little bit of...
I think they're lacking a lot of disables this game.
Yeah.
Way too little disables, and anything that they can use, the LC can purge off. So this is a real problem because they can't decide which target they want to go on, and
Dire's
whichever target you go on, there's always someone else that's ready to help them out.
And it's like if they could get a pick off, if they could farm one hero alone, they could snag a quick kill and try and run away, but Reese Weaves have always got the team to back them up, always ready to help out with the TPs, with the Tornado.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
So this game is looking rather grim actually. I'm not sure if they'll be able to come back from this, but we're all hoping for a 5-man call into a Pango roll.
Not quite, it seems. And both teams in a kind of
we can't lose
weird
hope yet.
position.
Man.
Oh
Anything can
no,
happen,
Axe
yeah.
is going to get caught out. The cold snap come out from Invoker, followed by the silence from the Grimstroke. This is dead in the water. The jewel comes out, 3 damage. Lifestealer here to try and assist, drops his rage, but not much is happening. Not willing to fight. Already one down.
Dire's top tower is under
I think he
attack.
was trying to infest him to give him the bonus HP, but just maybe half a second too slow on the TP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Reese Weaves taking objective after objective and getting ganks in the meanwhile. Invoker's been just scouting out all these kills, just running up invis.
Yeah, the spec has actually completed his Skadi. This actually doesn't look good.
No, not at all.
Is under attack.
If you look at Pangolier, he's actually almost at an MKB, which is quite interesting considering he's the boss for this game.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's actually like screwing his ulti and just going for swashbuckle damage instead.
And that is kind of what they need though. They need more burst.
It doesn't solve their problem of being unable to lock down anybody.
That's true.
I would have preferred it if he got something like a blink
Dire's bottom
to be able to jump.
Oh,
But
huge
looks like
fight
Seaweeds
breaking
are going
out.
high ground.
Spec just walking straight through. Jewel coming
Oh,
out.
no.
Double torrent on 2. Grimstroke on follow up. This is looking disgusting. Windrunner trying to burst down the LC, but not quite able to get it. The meatball just rolling all over the Windrunner. GA coming out. Buybacks coming out. They're fighting underneath the T4s. Pango, Boulder, running through trying to do whatever he can to try and make something happen.
Oh,
Grimstroke
it's a
trying
nice
to
bullet.
abscond. He's got the Glimmer Cape on. That's 4 down on the side of Zen Monks.
It's GG, man. I think they're gonna call it soon. There we go.
GG. Well played. Just not enough catch, not enough burst to make their combination work.
Yeah, the lineup, like we talked about earlier, way too many heroes, not enough stuns, and Seaweeds punish them heavily for it.
And not enough range, really. Like, only having one range to not be able to sort of kite away and control the fights.
Yeah, and having like 4 melee heroes jump in against an Invoker with EMP Tornado just isn't the best idea, I think. Like, it was a good pick from Seaweeds to like stop this aggression, but the moment they saw the Invoker, they should have started thinking of how they wanted to play around it, because there's no way they get the initiation off like that with Invoker and Grimstroke and Kunkka sitting at the back.
That's right. So at that point, guys, well played to Reese Weebs. They've taken game 1 of the quarterfinals. We'll be heading into game 2 shortly. We're going to be taking a 10-minute break. So do what you need to go. Go to the toilet, have a cigarette, grab a drink, and get ready for game number 2. Hello and welcome back to Game 2. Quarterfinals, we've got Sea Weebs versus Zen Monks. Zen Monks unfortunately losing the first round to Sea Weebs, so we're currently on Game 2. If you didn't catch the first game, I'm your caster for today, Null Phased, and with me I've got Crazy and Black. How you doing, guys?
Hey man, that was a rough game for Zen Monks in the first one, but I like to think that they were just trying some strats, just to see what Sea Weeps have, and then hopefully this game they come back stronger.
Maybe they were just feeling them out. Maybe they weren't warmed up, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, that kind of happens in best of three. Sometimes you just need to get the first game out of the way, just test the waters, see what the enemy picks and bans, and then they'll be able to make the necessary adjustments for the next two games, if they are the next two games.
Yeah, that's right. Did you happen to catch the first game there, Black?
No, I was out, unfortunately. How did it go?
Looked like Sea Weebs did dominate just a little bit. Zen Monks picked 4 melee, 1 ranged. They had looked like they were going for some kind of combo. Kanko won mid against Windrunner. What's left to say?
Radiant
Don't give
back.
Kitsune his 2-hero pool, man. It's just as simple as that.
Team back.
Did he even play Lone Druid and?
Kunka.
Right.
They banned the Lone
Radiant
Druid,
Same bands
but I
coming
would
out off
be
the
more
bat.
afraid of the
Team
Kunka.
back. Radiant
Wow.
team
Oh, that's quick.
Exactly
That's
mimicked
quick.
from the first game. These are heroes they don't want to see.
Dire team pick.
Another first pick spec. I'm getting deja vu,
If it's
guys.
not
Deja
broken.
vu.
If it's not broken, why change
That's
it, right?
right. 100%.
I am expecting Zen Monks to switch things up a bit. So
10
I
seconds
assume
remaining.
they're not going to first phase the Pangolier again. That didn't work out very well for
5
them. And
seconds
maybe
remaining.
they were testing out with the Omni Knight because I don't think I've seen them do it before, and it didn't seem to work for them this game.
Radiant
So
team pick.
Nope.
no, okay, they go back to
They're
it.
keen.
All right.
This time they'll turn on their lag switch.
Well, actually, because Seaweeps actually has the first pick this game, so if they do intend to pick Pangolier, they can
10
use the next 3
seconds
bans to get
remaining.
rid of Pangolier counters, if that's what they're really afraid of.
5 seconds
So you can remove the
remaining.
Grimstroke, you can remove the Bloodseeker, and then you're good to go. You can Pangolier all day, every day.
And then he might be able to actually have some fun and play his hero a
Yeah.
little bit better.
You didn't have fun the last game though. Not at all.
Not at all. I've seen that was way too many Pango alt animation cancels. May have a little bit of PTSD after that. I'd certainly be very
Yeah.
disheartened.
Dire team pick.
You see the Grimstroke coming out. It's
Oh no.
okay,
Oh, there you go,
okay.
the Sven. Alright.
They're speedrunning this draft.
Yeah.
Well, the first 3 picks at least were the same, and the bands are all the same now. So let's see what they're gonna. I think they're gonna switch it up now. This is where you start to get rid of heroes that can
5 seconds
that can
remaining.
deal with the Spectre in the lane at least.
And Omni Knight does combo pretty well with Sven as well. Being a hero that wants to get up on top of the enemy.
You know what hero I wouldn't be surprised to see this game?
What's that?
Radiant
A
team
Doom.
back.
Because Sven will stick near Omni Knight, and if you get a chain into Doom, and then it's just over, man.
True.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Doom here in either the off lane or in the mid lane. That's an interesting OD band. I don't know what that
10
does.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think OD's to. I think they try and use that to
5
counter
seconds
Sven.
remaining.
Something to do with dispels, something to do with astral. Not 100%.
Does Astral get affected by status resistance?
Yes, it does. So it can last for half a, like 1.5 seconds, I think,
Dire
if
team
the
back.
if the Heavenly Grace is on.
Radiant team
Ah,
back.
okay.
They ban the Invoker. They
Oh,
don't want him.
Okay. Not this game.
No.
That's not this game. So maybe there won't be a Pangolier. I don't think they will Pangolier into the Grimstroke again.
Dire team ban.
Clinks, that's an interesting ban. Okay.
Hmm. And who's scared of a Clinks?
Dire team
Maybe it's a SQ hero. I think it's just a hero he's comfortable with. It's a comfort ban, I think.
Oh, I see.
Radiant team
Let's have some
pick.
range heroes, shall we?
Oh,
No?
coming out with an
Okay.
Underlord,
Team pick.
followed by Rubik. Oh my lord.
Man,
Please, Rubik,
This
get
is
an
the-
Ags. Please get an
Radiant
Ags.
team
Picks coming out
They don't
hard
seem
and
to learn
fast.
their-
They're all melee. 4 melee again.
pick a Timber, man. Where's the Timber pick? Just pick it now. It's a free game for Timber.
True.
Like there's literally nothing they do against a
They're all
Timber.
strength heroes.
But May can't play Timber, if I recall
10
correctly.
seconds remaining.
Just put it mid, man. Put it
Yeah.
anywhere. This is a
5
Timber game, man.
seconds
Timber
remaining.
is gonna destroy their lineup. But
my
unfortunately,
God.
they don't have any Timber players.
Oh, that's so unfortunate, man. Timber
Yeah.
just like destroys this game.
May might still pick it though as an experiment, since they already have one game in the bag.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. This is where they have the space to like play around a bit, you know, excite
A
the
little bit of
viewers.
flex.
They can
Radiant
get us to a
team
game
ban.
3.
SK.
The Mei Sang King. Okay, this hero is actually like not exactly very strong, but if you're thinking about how the laning phase is gonna go, it's gonna be paired up into a lane where 2 melees are there, so it's happy
Dire
days for the
team
Sang
ban.
King.
The caustic is gonna do a lot of work.
You don't need
Radiant
Sandstorm this
team
game, man.
ban.
Just max that caustic.
Conker ban.
The Rubik is actually a really good pick here. If you steal the Heavenly Grace from the Omni, your spec is unkillable. Or if you steal the Underlord's Pit of Malice, then you just trap people in there forever.
Man, you know what they
It's a really
say?
good
10
pick.
seconds
You
remaining.
ban Kitsune's hero pool, he drops from immortal to divine.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, his hero pool has completely been removed this game, actually. I am aware he has been playing OD and Lash in his pubs, so they effectively used 5 of the bans on Kitsune's heroes. Which is quite interesting. So let's see how they respond to this.
They're just basically saying, I don't give a fuck about the other players. We want Kitsune out of this game.
Team ban.
That's right.
Uh,
Kind of.
I don't like this 4 melee shit again, man. Doesn't bode well. Like I've seen this happen. I've seen this before. I've seen this show before. Doesn't end well for them if it's 4 melees.
10
I guess
seconds
if they're expecting that Grimstroke's going to come in and lock them together, strength is
5
what you want,
seconds
but
remaining.
this much? It's like they're going full on brawl. They do have the Sven though. If they can go a little bit later.
To be fair, Underlord does pressure Spectre a lot, and I don't think there's a way that Spectre plus Grimstroke actually kills the Underlord like ever. So that would be a big difference from like last game. And they've removed Kitsune's hero pool, so they're not banning the Zeus. If they don't ban the Zeus here, it's a free Zeus game, in my opinion. Like I would just pick the Zeus.
For
Then
Radiant or Dire?
Radiant, man. Like Spec Zeus is just stupid to play against, and they have like frontliners already in the Sand King. I don't know. I think it's a good Zeus game. If they don't ban it here, I would be quite surprised if Seaweed don't pick it up.
I'd think they'd be a little bit on the squishy side with Grim Rubik and a Zeus against all these strength heroes.
But it's like so much that you have to run into to get to the
Yeah,
back
that's
line.
true.
You have to go through Horn. You have to go through
Radiant
Sand King
team
and
pick.
yeah. And the Grimstroke out, of course, and you could get like double stun, double fate board, and if Zeus throws its spells down, then it's not a fun party for 4 melee heroes, I think.
No, not at all.
10 seconds remaining.
Come on, show me the Zeus, man. I think Zeus
5
is a good pick
seconds
here.
remaining.
They're
Yeah,
taking some time with
okay.
this. So what do you think like Zen Monks could pick to round off this lineup?
Same as last game, really. They need a range. Do you think they could pick up a Windrunner again? It's not banned.
Windrunner
Team pick.
doesn't do well against Spectre. Oh,
MK.
okay. This is good against melee heroes as well. This is really good against melee heroes, but I'm a bit concerned about like he has to deal with Underlord, Warcry, and Guardian Angel. I'm not sure how much damage this Monkey King is going to be able to deal
And
out.
Zen Monks do have a lot of
10
stuns in
seconds
general.
remaining.
They've got the Pit, they've got the Avalanche, they've got the Sven, Stormhammer.
5 seconds.
I think that's the
remaining.
main big difference from last game, right? They actually have a team that like has stuns
Yeah,
and
they have the
disables
crowd control.
like lots of it.
Yeah,
I would like to see a Lina come up from Zen Monks. I think Lina is pretty okay in this game. You won't ever be in danger of getting killed by Monkey King in the lane, and you can quite effectively zone him out. And with four bruisers in front of you, like Lina actually like has a relatively good game.
what
this
about a
game.
DP? A Silence would be going quite well against this lineup.
Yeah, DP is still really strong. It's a hero that's overlooked by a lot of people, but at the end of the day, it's down to what SQ is comfortable with playing, and it might just be the Wind Ranger again.
A Pugna.
A
Okay.
Pugna.
Choose your hero.
That does...
Ooh.
It's not a Silence, but it does mess with their spells.
I think we're gonna get a better game than game one. All right.
This, yeah, I think this
looks
does
like
look
a more
this does
exciting
look
lineup.
interesting.
I just want to say their cosmetic game is very weak. Look at the monkey, he's naked. There's
Oh,
no
they're
cosmetics on.
barely any.
Yeah.
Yikes.
If you don't have cosmetics, it means you're not good at a hero.
That's
man.
right. Or it could just be he could just be flexing, you know, like, look, I can beat you without any clothes on.
Look at the Rubik with the Arcana and the Sand King with all those immortals. You know they're gonna play good.
And then you're looking at Naked Monkey King versus Naked
Hey, wait,
Sven.
isn't Tiny naked as well?
Ah.
Ugh. No Christmas tree. And it's Christmas. We're in December.
That's a yikes, man.
Looking at the draft, who do you favor?
Mm, I kind of like Zen Monk's lineup this time. I think they can actually do a lot more than last game. Like last game was a straight up storm.
They do have a good mix of magic and physical damage. I think it's more based around if they can get the items up, if they can get online quick enough. And if they can hold the lead for long enough to get ahead. But who do you think's going to win?
I'd like to see Zen Monks win and go for a game 3.
I'm reflecting on this one. I think they have a better lineup. It's easier to execute, and I don't think Spectre will get as free a game as last game. So I'm just a bit concerned that the Decrepify might mess with the Sven trying to kill people. So
It could, yeah.
that just might be something that they have to be a little bit like cautious of.
The next label play.
So we've got...
The next label play.
I reckon this should be a good game. They've got a little bit more burst on Zen Monk's side. They should be able to take
Yeah,
care of
they
these
should
annoying
be.
supports.
They should be able to like at least get some kills. You know, the Grim and the Rubik
Yeah, get him out of here.
shouldn't feel as safe as they
Peel
did.
off the supports and then,
It won't be
then
like
deal
last
with
game.
the strength.
It looks like they've like learned one lesson about the picking more stunts, but the 4 melee lineup is still they haven't learned that lesson yet. So let's see if this game they'll be able to pull it off.
I think the only reason you'd want to get so much strength is if you're expecting the enemy team to be all on top of you and you can try and out-sustain them. But
The battle begins.
it's a little bit over
I
cautious.
think they were playing on the fact that like May doesn't play Timbersaw as well. Like they have to be like really ballsy to like pick that lineup and not expect to get timbered, you know? So
So we've got both teams Heading out to their lanes, no shenanigans at this stage.
This is the kind of the downside of the Omni Knight is he just kind of sits in lane and doesn't do anything. He just kind of like soaks her ass,
That's right.
just like the last game. And they're doing the same thing again, high-fiving and
The next label play.
what do you call that? High-fiving, taunting.
Memeing in general.
The next label play. The next label play.
Spec putting out some early pressure onto Underlord. Trying to keep him out of the lane. What do you think about this mid matchup though?
I think it's heavily Pugna favored
It is.
because he
I
has
think
to
MQ
fight too.
But you have to remember that Decrepify on the early levels, like the cast range is like really small. So before he's level like 4, I think Monkey will have no problem like walking up to him and hitting him.
And
a
if
bit.
Pugna drops his
So,
payload.
it's all about individuals. But yeah, you can kind of see like it's not exactly going super Pugna favored as of now, but with a few more levels, we should look to see things change up. And as we discussed just now, the Sanking did go for the Caustic finale, but I don't think he actually needs Sandstorm this game. Like, it doesn't do anything, but you could just max Caustic this game.
We've got Rubik and Omni
Radiant's
once again.
courier
This
has
Omni
been killed.
trying to block the camps.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tiny
Looks
man
like he,
get the courier of Grimshaw.
oh, looks like the ward's just out of the sentry range as well, so they won't be able to get any E-ward money from that. But the issue with this Sanking build is it kind of like top
Yeah,
lane.
Sven getting kind of low there, but Omni's going to be here to heal him back up, do his job.
Yeah, like the biggest issue with this Sanking lane is that it pushes the lane out to the Sven. So Sven will miss like 1 or 2 last hits because of the Caustic, but ultimately the lane will be shoved in his favor. So he should be able to farm just fine with as long as Omni Knight is there to protect him. Oh, it looks like he is going for Sandstorm after all.
The next label play. The next label
哎，队友呢？队友嘞？哎，队友呢？队友嘞？哎，队友呢？队友呢？
The next label play.
So it looks like Tiny is just kind of walking around in the jungle. He's not really taking any EXP. Oh. Underlord might be in
It's a
danger.
bit scary. Oh, it's a
Just his
defensive.
courier.
It's a defensive. So
Ah.
Omni Knight's getting kind of low. What's
They-
going on here? Oh, he's just playing around.
Oh, he missed the he missed the right click. Oh dear. Yeah, I think he has to stick with the Sven now, but he's quite low himself because the Sven's gonna get pushed out of lane by the Sanking really soon. So he has to be nearby so that they can't threaten a kill on him.
No kills taken yet from either side. A lot of poking, a lot of prodding. But
Yeah, but one thing I noticed is that Seaweep's Phosphor always makes the rotation to the mid lane to secure the rune, which is a really good habit to do. So if Pugna did have a bottle, then he wouldn't have gotten his refill
Rubik's
here.
coming to try and poke mid, but ultimately just coming here to give him a high five and be on his way.
I take what I please.
Oh, no high five for the Monkey King though.
The next
No,
label.
Oh, the gank coming out. Oh, and the
He's
tops.
gonna-
But there's not enough
He didn't
damage
toss
yet.
him- He didn't toss his lane.
Oh no, Rubik's coming back. Comes in with the zap.
He should have tossed him back to the Pugna. I think that would have been a kill, but he tossed him up. instead.
Wow.
No high fives.
No
man.
high
Not a
fives,
friendly
yeah.
game anymore.
He's friendly with the supports, but
Yeah,
not with Admiral Kitsune.
Yeah, they're looking to win this game, man. No high fives. No such thing as friendship.
No more friendlies. Warm-ups are over.
Yeah. Looks like bottom lane the Underlord seems to be getting quite a lot of farm. Like the creep equilibrium is pushed towards his tower, and yeah, now you see Grimshock trying to pull to fix it, but
He has got
he misses it.
still a fair bit of
He
sustain.
missed the pull. Yeah, he missed the pull actually. So
Oh, are they looking to fight in the bot?
no, I don't think so. I don't think a level 2 Tiny can do anything. But this, contrary to the last game, like the Underlord is a hero that will build a lot of natural utility items, and you won't need to like think about rushing a naked Blink Dagger. So their team will be significantly more ready for team fights compared to last game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A little bit more.
How's the Spen's
Crowd
farm
control.
coming along? It's actually
队友呢？
Spen's actually not farming well at all. His farm is quite bad, and he's missing last hits under tower. The Sand King has more than twice his farm actually.
Both the cores have similar CS. The safe laners of both teams and the off laners of both teams.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I would expect
Monkey King getting very low in the mid lane. Not being able to cancel the suck. Being with his Q on cooldown. Forced to run away from it.
I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of this no bottle build. I think Pugna is a hero that can shove the lane so fast compared to the monkey, and you're always gonna benefit from the lanes. So the fact that he's like bypassing the bottle until the 6th minute, like it's, I don't know, man. It's kind of questionable for me. He's gonna be able to get like quite a bit of damage off on this tower with the siege creep and the arcane.
Yeah, that's right. And that's all he's here to do. Kitsune not getting the easy lane that he had last game.
Oh, but his CS is still significantly higher though. If you look at it, he has 11 creep kills more than the Pugna, surprisingly.
Fight breaking on top. Tiny's TPing up here to help out. Sand King dropping kind of low. The magic resistance put onto the Sven, but
It's kind of a
looks like
yikes if they don't get anything out of it.
yeah. Tiny's looks very disappointed coming up here for all this trouble, ready for a gank, but they don't have vision of him yet. He's probably hoping that the lane doesn't get pushed any further, but
Now this is quite interesting actually. The Sand King is going for Aghanim Shrine instead of like Veil into
Hey.
Dagger like you normally see.
are they trying to bait with the Sven? The gold Zol? Tiny's here with the avalanche toss combo onto the Rubik, getting extremely low. And a first blood onto the Rubik. So it looks like Tiny's patience played off in the end. Monkey's
Monkey's
here,
coming.
getting the auto attacks onto the Omni, building up those stacks. The stacks are proc, the Q comes out, and a slap in the face. Get out of here.
Oh, he's dead.
Tosses the Sand King under the tower, but
Oh,
Sven,
no.
no mana to get the stun off. That's sad. Pugna trying to make something work. Oh, he gets the decrep and the suck to finish him off. That's a 2 for 2.
Not the worst gank in the world, but yeah, it looks like the tiny Stevie thought his patience paid off. He's been waiting there for like over a minute.
Yep. And it's like they were trying to taunt him into fighting. Oh, Kitsune getting sucked down to half HP and says, "What do you think you're doing? Oh, I'm gonna
He's dead.
slap you in the face."
He's dead actually.
Oh no.
He's
He's
dead.
stunned to stop the cancels. He gets the sack, the proc, the dispel, and he can't no longer heal. Getting extremely low. Both playing on the edge right now. He pings for assistance. Do they want to fight? He's up in the trees. He's got the vision.
He needs to start live training now, man. Pugna needs to start live training the creeps.
Oh,
No?
Rubik's here. The
He's
haunt to
gonna
give the
he's
vision.
gonna die.
He dispels himself. Tiny's here he gets the avalanche onto 2. Kitsune gets the smush. And the courier as well.
That's a big mistake from the Pugna. He had plenty of time to start live training the creeps in the lane. I don't know why he didn't do that.
Spec happy to go back farming. She's game here, gave him the haunt vision.
But Underlord seems to be taking over the game. Really, really fast.
Yeah, he's quite thick.
Looks like they're
Silence
trying
comes
to-
out, followed by the time stun. They're on top of him, but he's just TPing out. The stun cancels the TP. Underlord, he's going to have to bash his way out of it. Let's see what he can make happen. Not too much, unfortunately.
Looks like they just had enough of it.
Oh, Pugna comes in and gets a revenge kill on the Monkey King.
队友嘞？哎，队友呢？
I don't think he was expecting that.
队友呢？队友呢？
So Black, do you think that Kitsune is reverted back to the divine? Back to being divine?
Tiny getting a quick pick up on the Rubik. Dives under the tower.
I don't know about that yet. I've only
Looks
seen
like
10 minutes. Let's see more.
it looks like he's moved back to the
Radiant's
divine
bottom
four
tower
maybe.
is under attack.
Maybe with each
Oh
death
no,
we
Pugner's
count,
found the Grimstroke.
we take down a star.
He's gonna have to get rid of
We
this
can't kill him.
silence, but now he's moved away too much out of vision.
They should have more heroes with the Puck now. They can pressure this tower with the siege quick. And they should
Oh.
expect Monkey King to prepare the
Are they gonna
TP as
dive
well.
here? They are. The avalanche coming
dead,
out
I
from
think.
Tiny. The
Oh.
disarm. He's hiding
he
under.
missed the toss.
Oh no. Sand King Q. Catches the Pugner. Sand King ulti. Cancelled. No, it's not cancelled. It's going off. Big damage coming out from both teams. Pugner drops and then Grimstroke drops. Rubik with the stolen avalanche. 2 smacks onto Tiny's trying to deny himself. Doesn't get it. And now the follow-up kills begin. This Underlord not looking to flash. And get 3 kills. Lose the Grimstroke and also lose the tower.
I think that was a big mistake. They didn't need to dive there. They could just slow siege the tower with the Underlord and the partner. That was like a pretty uncoordinated game. They didn't need to do that. Like they're not playing it as safe as they could have. Like that resulted in like 3 men getting wiped at bottom, but they still get the tower. So not everything is going wrong.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Sven has actually like been slowly catching up while all that fuss is going on. So he's now top of the last hit charts.
That's right. And Specs lost her tower on the bot lane, unfortunately, so she's had to resort to moving up to top to try and escape some of this action and get some space made for her. Similar to last game.
Sven got lucky with the neutral items as well. He's got a Iron Talent, which will significantly increase the farm speed.
Tiny's actually behind the enemy team here. Deep behind enemy lines.
Dire's top tower is under
He's
attack.
actually really close to a Blink Dagger. If he gets 2 more
Oh, the
successful
combo.
ganks off.
Pugner. Oh no,
He's gonna
they
suck
haven't
him.
got anything to
Oh,
stun. Tiny coming in, toss back onto the Pugner. GA coming
he
out.
missed it.
The suck once again. Grimstroke ulti on 2, but nothing to really follow up.
He missed the blast on the MK.
Underlord's just
Meanwhile,
pushing like crazy too.
yeah. Meanwhile, in China, at the bottom lane, Underlord's having a
Preemptive dust.
fun time.
Sand King Burrow Strike to dodge the Q.
Looks like he's completed his Ether Lens as well. It's sending over on the courier. So he's gonna hit the towers with Nether Blast
Radiant's
from a
top
safe
tower
range
is
now.
under attack.
I'm quite surprised that the Underlord is not getting the Rod of Aethos build, because you do need to hold heroes like the Monkey and the Sand King in place.
Oh, this Pugner's sucking is just really, it's pushing him back. They're all a little
Radiant's
bit
top
afraid.
tower
Is,
is under
they're going to
attack.
pick me. We're going to have to save a stun. Who's going to stun him?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, and especially with the Omni Knight sitting behind him. Not exactly the safest build to go on.
That's right. Unfortunately for them, the Omni
Oh.
Knight doesn't give the free BKB anymore. It's just magic resistance. The stun still stuns.
There's a big stack here. It's stacked like, I think it's a 2 stack, 2 or 3 stack here that's ready for the Sven to rise up once he's done with the top lane. Yeah, so this game actually there's a big difference in how Zen monks are playing. If you look at the net worth, their cores are significantly like higher net worth compared to last game, and they all seem to be much more useful this
Yeah,
game.
and the tiny rotations have been on point. He's kind of just been roaming around trying to support his team, pick up some kills. And the stuns, the overwhelming stuns have been getting the majority of their kills, but ultimately they're really playing on a time limit. Once Spectre gets online and starts getting her gear together.
I actually would like to see the Underlord make a rotation just to be able to get the tower down, because I feel like they can open up the map way more with this mid-tier 1 tower down. But the Underlord's kind of just been sitting bot and
Farming his
I don't
greaves.
know, he's just been shoving out the
Yeah.
ways.
And people have been coming down to
Because-
try and sort of push it back in his direction.
Yeah, because this is actually like not the most efficient like way of playing it. Because if the Underlord leaves the bottom lane and pressures like top lane or mid lane, then he would leave the Sven in a safer farming space bottom. Because the Sven wants to play in the triangle and in the bottom half of the map, since the enemy tier 1 tower is down. But he's been just stuck top, and he's really susceptible to ganks. Like as you can see now, like it's not hard for the opponent to just make a TP or two and react to him. So now he's finally moving down to the bot lane, but I felt like they could punish him more on the
Oh wow! The avalanche toss combo just absolutely destroys that Sand King. They've taken the top tower with the Sven, and now they're going to be pressuring the mid. Rubik's here to try and defend.
The Underlord's really confident now, just playing all the way in front.
He wouldn't even give a high five. That's... I don't know what to say about that, guys.
That's
That
rough.
is rough. He's showing that he's not mucking around anymore.
He deleted all of them off his friends list. It's time to win the game
That's
first.
right.
Yeah, add them later. So Spectre's item progression is actually not that fantastic. He's barely getting the Asha, while the Sven is already
Oh,
halfway to his
setting
agonies.
setting up near the T2, hoping that someone might peek out. Looks like Sand King might be getting a little bit too close here. Do they know? I don't think they know that they're here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They should have a ward. Yeah, they could actually place a ward in the middle of the lane to scout like where the enemy is. But it looks like they're content with Sven just taking his time to farm.
Good. Nether ward goes down. Suck. Out of
Oh no,
range.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh,
Okay,
this
so
looks
he's gonna
dangerous.
do
He
it.
blinks
He's gonna do it.
uphill. Oh no, they're all here. They dispel the tiny. So decrep the tiny burrow strike on the back lines. Underlord's trying to abscond to get his team out. The GA comes out. Haunt to follow up.
Alright, they're
And they're out of there.
Alright. Oh, he didn't bring them to Fountain. He brought them to the tier 1 tower, so the Pugma still died.
Oh, that was potentially a misplay.
The next label play.
Yeah, he didn't bring them back to the Fountain, he brought them to the tier 1.
Oh no. Why would he want to do that?
Okay.
Did he want to get back to farming a bit quicker? Maybe Omni here to heal the team rather than needing the nutrients from
It's
the fountain?
just when you're in a fight, you don't like think about all those things. You just press your buttons. So maybe you just press tier 1
Maybe
instead
it's a
of
panic.
Yeah.
yeah. It might be a panic play.
Oh, this Underlord is just deciding to go like he's the utility warrior in this game.
And based on Zen Gaming's their picks, they kind of are just press buttons and things happen.
Yeah. If they keep pressing buttons, they just might win this.
They've just got to press them at the right times.
They need to stop. Yeah, they just need to make sure the Uber takes them to the right location next time.
Dire's
That
top
was
tower
actually
is
like a
under
really
attack.
good kited out fight. If they all got out there, it would have been like really good because they waste like a lot of ultis and they still get away with it while the Sven's farming. So
Dire's
So
structures
this is
are
a little bit
Oh.
interesting here. It seems like that
Radiant's
Seaweaves are a little bit
bottom
behind
tower
on
is under
objectives,
attack.
and Zen Monks are kind of using this to push the T2 and force them away from taking the top lane T1.
yeah, this is like a vastly different game from what we saw the last game. This
Oh,
game,
yeah.
like Seaweeds have been forced to like sit behind and
Oh, Sand King's
play
caught in the
reactive
trees
Uber.
here. They've got the dust.
Oh, they have a
The suck comes out,
stuck though.
gets the ulti off, brings her ulti off to 2, followed by the Monkey
Oh.
King Q. It's locked in place really low, and they're just getting slapped down. A 3-for-1 trade.
the Omni went too far forward. He got smacked.
Dire's top tower
Oh,
is
that was not the
It
ideal
looked like
fight,
Spec
but
dropped the Haunt just to help the team, but stayed to take the T1 and try and catch up on objectives. Oh
no,
no.
he didn't have the hunt. He used it in the last fight.
Oh dear. He's not going to decrep this one.
No.
Hey, they've lost sight. Oh, that's sad. That would have been a really good pick. A really good pick off.
So again, we have to emphasize that you have to press the right
That's-
buttons at the right time
That's right.
to win the game.
And it looked like
I felt like there was a free kill if they used the spells correctly.
yeah, and it's like Pugna didn't want to decrep so the Sven could hit, but then Spec popped the blade mail, and so Sven didn't want to hit her anyway.
And then the spec just ran
She's
through
like,
the trees.
"See you
and then
later. I've got both of you guys covered.
Yeah.
I'm out."
That's saying a lot. If your pos 2 and pos 1 can't kill the enemy pos 1 who's severely out of position.
Do they know that they're here, smoked up?
Don't think they're expecting it, but Sven has just got his Superman cape. He's done. He's got the Aghanims, so we're gonna look to see some action from here on, I think.
That's right, and those supports are looking real squishy at this stage. If they can clear out the Brubik and the Grimstroke, they really only have to deal with melees from there. And they can bring it out to a proper brawl.
Do you guys think that we should have gone BKB first? Because the Aghanims doesn't really do that much if you are not going to be able to use the stuns over and over. Like, I feel like he could have got BKB first. Because if he goes in now with his X stun, he's just gonna get like chain disabled, no?
Potentially, but if he's not really worried about the stun, he's worried about the damage. And if the Omni uses the magic resistance on him, he doesn't have to worry about that as much. He can delay it and go for the Superman cape instead. That's how I feel. Oh, it looks like we've got a fight coming out. Rubik getting the lift onto the Tiny, followed by the silence, the Burrow Strike. Underlord channeling the GA and the teleport, trying to get out. They only lose the Tiny.
And they yeet out of there real quick now. This time the Uber brings them all the way back just to be safe.
That's right. They're learning. Their AI has been developed.
Okay, so Sven is going back for the BKB, which... Well, but based on what we talked about earlier, do you think they could have skipped the BKB then? Because the only real stun they have is the Sand King Burrow Strike, right? Like, everything else kind of gets removed by Heavenly Grace.
That's right, yeah.
The status resist from Heavenly Grace. So it could have built into like an AC or Satanic, I feel. This BKB might just be like kind of unnecessary, but we'll see.
It looks like
BKB is
I think
always
they're
an item to pick up.
they're really just they're just shunting the waves and pushing the towers, and then as soon as things get
Yeah,
hairy,
but I
they're
feel
out.
like yeah, but I feel like you picked this Omni for a reason, and if you're not gonna use the Heavenly Grace to the full effect, like the whole point of it is so that your spend doesn't have to buy BKB, I think. But oh, MK just might get caught. Does he see them? Yeah, they know he's there. They know he's there. He has to jump.
He's jumping. The avalanche catches, followed by the pit, the toss up. There's Sven Superman coming in. Burrow Strike on 3, 4.
Oh, he got his BKB off.
Oh wow, absolute chaos here. A triple kill for Sand King. Pugna forced to try and run away for his life. The Burrow Strike connects, followed by the silence. He's got no hope here. That's a wipe on Zen Monks.
They got baited so hard.
Wow.
He had a BKB, man. He had
Maybe
a BKB.
4-man epicenter Burrow Strike, insane play.
Oh, they didn't see the BKB on Kitsune. So the Sven went in but didn't get a stun off.
And they were so close to
400
catching.
gold lead.
So close to catching the Monkey King, but so far away.
Then this is Roshan for them as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is when your game just gets bad to worse. Like, this is looking like game 1 all over again.
A 500 gold lead turned into 5k gold lead.
And then they know they're looking as well. They've already warded.
Don't do it, guys.
Don't do it.
Don't
Just
do
let
it.
him have it. Oh, Tiny's gonna try and do something. Nah, good decision.
He throws a 3 in hopes of getting the Roshan money.
It's a Hail Mary tree, but not this time, I guess.
It's worth a
He
try.
should have got the skin.
Yeah, everything is worth. If he had the Christmas tree, it might be a bit
Yeah.
longer than
Merry
current.
Christmas. Take the Condor. Take the Roshan.
He would have got to go with the Christmas tree, man. Yeah, the tiny actually needs to
Oh,
be
he
dealing
gets caught
more
out
stuff to,
by the
never
Burrow
mind.
Strike. Followed up, but he gets the avalanche return, but 4v1, what can he do?
I think this opens up them for them to push the bottom lane because they show so many in the top side. So Pugna should. No?
They
Is he not?
they should
I
keep
would have just-
pushing. They should keep going for objectives, but knowing that they're one down.
They could have taken the bot tower actually. Like since they already showed so many top. But Monkey is getting close to his axe. Another 1k goal.
Oh, Monkey scouting ahead. Seeing Sven farming away. Oh dear, this could be a disaster. They've caught the Grimstroke, they've got the sentry down, the Superman into the suck from the Pugna.
Tower is under attack.
And here comes the reinforcements. Seaweebs not happy to take this fight,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
retreating for now.
Mostly because their Spectre doesn't have enough mana for Haunt, or did not have enough mana for Haunt.
Yeah, but I think once he completes his Skadi, then the Sven won't be able to blow him up anymore. And he might just have to like go into Silver Age or Daedalus to be able to kill him. But it looks like the Sven will finish his BKB in the next minute or so. His 200 go away. So that could be what changes the dynamic of the team fights for them.
And they really just need to keep getting these picks and sort of clawing their way back into the game, 1 kill at a time. You know, catching these guys peeking their head out by themselves, looking for the runes. But they've got to just be careful when trying to jump in and finding their whole team there to back up. They've got to really play it carefully. They're treading on thin ice.
I kind of feel like Zen monks could have pushed their advantage like a lot earlier. Like the Underlord had a really early grease, but they didn't really use that to pressure the
Underlord
tower.
tries to pit on... Gets caught out by the Rubik, the steal. He gets the stolen pit. Burrow Strike onto the Tiny. Monkey King ult BKB.
To get out.
And Tiny falls. GA coming out, but then falling straight away after the buyback on the Tiny. Sven's in here with the
Big Daddy's
BKB.
here.
He's angry and he's
Oh,
ready
he's
to
gonna-
smush.
he's gonna get him.
Oh, he gets tossed. Stunned. 3 down on the side of Reese Weebs. Here comes the
He's
buyback.
gonna die again.
Spec mantering and trying to abscond and get away.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh,
he
no.
used his M1. He can't stun him. Stun him.
They've got him.
Okay.
He's glimmering. He's tree walking out of the way. The
Oh.
dust's there to find.
Oh, you can't
Oh
see
no.
him.
The
Can you see him?
Superman.
Oh, he got
Oh dear, this is not good. And the suck to complete the contract. What a good fight to take. They did commit some buybacks for that.
was good. I think the main reason why they won the fight is because the Grimstroke didn't get his soulbind on anybody yet. So he just got the Tiny and the Tiny alone soaked up like everything. So everybody else was able to get out safe.
I think the reason they won the fight is because Sven got the jump on Sand King before he stunned anybody.
Radiant's
That's
bottom
right.
tower is under
And he was instantly able to pop the Sand King, and he was no longer a threat.
And that was his first
They could
BKB
just run
too.
them over. Yeah, they didn't have to worry about any stun because the Sand King was instantly dead.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, Sand King doesn't look very survivable in this view. The Sven is on his way to a Daedalus now, so we might be looking at some potential 1 stun, 1 kills.
He is
Dire's
getting a
top
Lotus
tower
though.
is under attack.
Yeah, I suppose that's the big counter to Sven, right? But if he has the Heavenly Grace, he would like recover from the stun faster and still be able to beat into him.
Oh,
True.
we may see another fight here. Both teams sort of scouting each other out. Sanking with the Burrow Strike on
Oh.
2. Oh, the follow-up. Grimstroke ulti on 2. Monkey King ult right on top of everyone. Epicenter. Oh dear. It's a 1-for-1 at this stage. They're trying to get out. But 2 of his team dropping forehand.
Okay, that was a big display by the Underlord. He did not use his Greaves
Oh,
to save the Sven. He had it up, he did not use it. I think the extra armor would have allowed Sven to like kill the monkey, but he didn't use it until the Sven died.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That could have changed the fight.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And Pugna didn't heal him until it was too late.
Was he trying to like heal him from the back?
Yes,
Oh,
he did.
didn't
He
do
did.
that.
He did try to heal him, but it was too
Dire's
late by
top
then.
tower is under attack.
He was at 10% HP and then he started healing. But he died in 2 hits.
Dire's
And this
top
is what we were talking about from the first
So-
game. Zen Monk's lacking the burst, but now it seems they've got it. They've got the suck, they've got the sustained damage, and they've got the tiny, they've got the stuns, they've got the nuke, they've got the Sven overall. They've got a lot more to bring to the table.
I think they just have to, yeah, they just have to work on the execution. I think they have the right lineup and the right tools to be able to take the fight to Sea Weeps, but they just need to execute a little bit better, like they did in the previous fight.
I think the key to all team fights is Sand King.
He's the only stun on their team, right? So if he gets that big epicenter thorough strike off, it took like so much health off the Sven.
Are we gonna see a
right from the
smoke?
get-go.
They're all
is
grouping up.
under attack.
It looks like a
Did they?
smoke.
I don't think they saw that.
Dire are scanning.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they're looking to push
Tiny,
their point.
Tiny might die here.
Oh, he's got no Q. He's
Tiny's
just
gonna
used his
die.
avalanche on the creeps. Fire strike misses
Oh.
with the Yules.
No, he doesn't have
Oh,
a
he's
blink.
got no chance.
This is where like a value like 4-star or use could be useful, but
I
he's
just
going straight
wanna,
for the boost.
I just want to point out MK missed his boneless strike. That's it.
As
He
well.
did indeed. He did indeed.
Oh, it's a basher on the MK. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just go for the Skadi as well this game.
I mean, who needs to hit their
I
skills
think-
when they've got the whole team there standing behind them?
I think 2 Skadis is a bit excessive. Spec already has a Skadi.
Dire's middle tower
But
has
it
fallen.
does stack with the
Radiant's
Wukong
top
that he
tower
leaves
is
behind,
under
right? Or does it
attack.
not take any, or does it not work anymore? I believe it does, right?
It does.
Yeah, but it will be more of like
I
holding.
think they might have
rest
caught the
of
Underlord here. He looked like he was trying to TP out with a normal TP. Oh, he's not going to get his
Oh, no.
ulti off.
Just barely, man. Just
哎
barely.
队友呢
They've got-
队友嘞
They might catch the Sven here as well. Spec still has Horn, so if they do get a good jump, they can burst in, or attempt to burst in. I guess his buddy right behind him.
Underlord getting punished for pushing on his own once again.
What do you think it feels like to play Omni Knight this game, knowing that you are just like a neutral creep there to buff the real hero, you know?
I feel like it would be very sad. Very, very
Does
sad.
it feel? Do you think he feels like fulfilled, even if they win the game? Do you think it's fun?
Not at all. Not at all.
We're getting philosophical over here.
Because Dota, at the end of the day, you play the
What
game
is
for fun,
Hey
right?
Sven, let me give you a little shitty half of BKB. There you go, man. Did it do much? Did it feel good? What are you talking about? You used something? No.
That hurt me a bit.
No, but this is something quite interesting from the Omni Knight. He's actually rushing an axe, so he doesn't have any like support items, which I think
And that
could.
does that give the
Dire's bottom
that
be a
gives the
mistake.
tower
attack.
GA as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So
It does-
they could be
it
playing
does, but-
objective based here rather than fights.
But only if you get it though. Only if
That's
you
true.
only if you
He's
get
got a
it.
lot of time.
Look,
He's got his work broken out for him.
Yeah, he's not having fun. He's not getting money. You know, he won't. He most likely will not complete his axe this game.
Oh
That's-
dear,
that's-
Rubik walking
that's just
uphill,
sad.
getting caught by the avalanches. Oh my god. That's not the kind of Rubik I like to see.
He
Do you
also
think he had fun? Oh man. Did they have vision? They do have vision of the high ground, right? So why did he walk up? He does have a obs what they're scouting.
That's a very good
So
question.
he actually does. He sees them perfectly when he walked
And
up.
like, if he was just trying to steal a spell, he was well in range. Unless he was trying to get the spell from someone at the back and not someone at the front.
Yeah, but he tried to steal a spell and they just stole his life. And they should be trying to reward this, I think. No? Alright. So it looks like
Oh.
teams will be playing for the next Roshan
Pugna
again.
getting a deep prep.
That will be the next objective.
Trying to set up onto the Sand King, but not the right target. As he's just going to burrow strike, but Tiny blinking in. Gets tossed back, but he hits the creep. The creep gets tossed back.
Oh.
The intention was there.
Our Sven actually has the Daedalus complete, so we're gonna look to seeing the Rubik die in one stun and the Grimstroke. If they get hit by the stun, they're dead. They're just dead, I think.
It looks like the whole melee thing is starting to work out a little bit. If they, the pick-off potential is there for Zen.
The Rubik and Grim already have counters for Sven though. They both have blinks. At least the Rubik is working on his blink. He doesn't have it yet, but he's gonna have it soon.
The Grimstroke has a blink, so if the Sven blinks on him,
And
doesn't-
Sven can cancel his Storm, can't he?
no,
he can't.
He
No,
cannot.
Oh,
He cannot.
okay.
So it's,
So they can pull him
if
right
he
in.
could. No, if you blink out, it disjoints
Okay,
it.
alright.
It disjoints it if you blink. If not, that would be too broken. If not, you just like blink all the way back to your into your team.
So
But they should know, right? They should know the rush.
Seaweed's taking Roche down to half HP.
They have to contest this. They can't give this to the back again.
They're not going to
Too
do
late
it.
now.
I think they do know.
Kitsune is actually going for like quite a smart item build. He's building Butterfly, and Sven will normally not go MKB. So unless he gets a rapier, he's not going to be able to consistently hit the monkey and kill him.
And I think if Seaweeds can take the right fight here, they should be able to push high ground. They've peeled off most of the T2s.
I think they're intending to smoke again. They're gonna get it off right now, I think, after this camp. No? Rubik has 2 smokes, he's ready to
Yes.
go. They're just waiting. Yeah, I really do feel like the Omni should have invested his money into like a Glimmer Cape or 4-staff, anything just to be like slightly more useful to the team. Like this build doesn't cut it for me, doesn't do anything. Like you're never gonna complete it, right? Unless you win like the next 4 fights in a row. If not, it's quite a tall order for Boss 5 to be able to consistently get like 1k goal over and over again.
That's right. And it's like, do you save for buyback or do you get that next piece of the Aghanims? Like if he does get it completed, they could really just play around objectives. Maybe queue up a refresher or something as a last kind of wish.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Let the
attack.
Sven hit the buildings and then he can protect his own buildings, but will they be able to hold out that
Spec
long?
They'll never see me coming.
Spec just completed his Abyssal Blade, so
Hey, they're setting up on the bot tower.
fun.
Sand King's ready to
I
channel.
feel like Pugna should
Oh no.
have one
Dire's
defensive.
bottom tower is under attack.
TP's coming out, Sven jumping straight onto Spec. Burrow strike to follow up. Spec is out. Hit onto 3. GA coming out.
Oh, he's manning up.
Oh
Here we
wow,
go.
Sven's just smushing them. Grimstroke ult to keep them tied together. Superman, he
Oh,
dodges it.
He's trying
Yep. hit catching 2.
Now there's no BKB though.
Oh, Grimstroke going down, but buying back straight away. They're really committing to this fight.
Oh my god, he won.
Oh,
he
the
won
burrow
him.
strike, the
He died.
epicenter, it goes off. Sven, he disjoints it again. Superman disjointed. Hit onto 2. Sven's down.
Radiant's top tower is under
Here we go.
Oh, Spec's just charging through. Happy to avenge. Hit onto 3.
Oh, that's good kiting from them.
Dire's bottom
Oh,
Don't do it.
Pugna jumping forward. Oh, the Kitsune ready to catch. Picks up the Pugna kill. Really low.
That was a bit over aggressive on the
Radiant's top
Pugna side.
tower is under attack.
He could never safely get that kill off.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It looks like.
I feel like he should be protecting himself a bit more. The Pugna is really susceptible to any kind of like, if the spec horns on him, he's just dead right away. Like he needs to get something like a Glimmer Cape.
Oh, here we go. The Pugna's brought back straight away.
Oh,
Kitsune has been put straight in the grave. I don't think they're going to be pushing this any further. Oh, Rubik here to try and delay the push. And the race is on. Tiny's looking.
Oh,
they're
they're
blinking
chasing
forward. He's got the toss, the decrep, the avalanche, the suck, and that's another support down. They can continue. They're going to keep
He's
going.
not done.
He's got his blink up in 3 seconds. Rubik's glimmered, but he's hunting. He can smell
vision.
fear. He's got right on top of him.
Oh,
The Burrow Strike to try and help the Rubik. The decrep on. The Dagon. The suck. That's another support down.
And that's all without the Sven even being in the
That's
fight.
right. As soon as Kitsune is down, their Monkey King, their main boy, they're trying to all escape and get back home, but the blink and the toss and all these stunts to make them try and maybe see Weebs. They're trying to help their allies too much. Like they're saying, "Oh, bro, help me out! I'm trying to get out," and they're all falling over each other.
Yeah, they should have just sacked the first guy that was gonna
That's
die.
right.
Just get out there.
Oh, they're trying to get a career here. Someone's buying something. An energy booster.
It's a Lotus.
It's dead.
Yeah,
It's
it's the
dead.
Lotus
Oh
of-
no!
Oh,
A very close.
very cool.
Shield.
Korea has glyph. Very cool.
Mm.
Yeah, so now they do have the Lotus up on the Sand King, so Sven's gonna have a harder time trying to get that stun off.
They also have a flicker on Sand King. That's really bad for Sven. He's just gonna evade every single time Sven jumps on him.
Yeah. So he has to be really careful about how he's gonna use his combos. If he uses it and wastes it, it's just gonna get himself in a really awkward position.
So after that fight, they've just cleaned up and evened up the odds objective-wise, taking the top T2 off Sea Weaves. What? Sven just popped his BKB. What for?
Oh,
What was that? It was number 7.
It's a misclick. I
Ay
think.
ay ay. Okay, guys, we'll just wait a few minutes for that to come back. I guess
Moment of
maybe
silence.
this is why they picked the
for
Omni.
Sven. In case the Sven messes up.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry, bro. I got you.
I'll give you my version.
not that
yeah.
Oh, he does have the Silver Edge complete, and he looks to be going for Satanic. I don't know. I don't know if the Sven can consistently like carry the team fights towards the late game where his BKB charges are like going down, and he just used one long charge there.
And he still has to save up a slot to get rid of his Ag Scepter before he can hold the Satanic, is that right? Or do you think he'd get rid of the Master Madness?
Yeah, he will get rid of the madness at that point. But this is where I feel that it will be more value having something like a AC,
That's right.
especially since you're fighting into the Monkey King at the spec. It's a lot of physical damage, and having the Satanic allows you to like stay in the fight longer, I guess, but it doesn't really negate the amount of damage that's coming out.
What do you think about, Black, what do you think about the Ag's timing on Omni Knight? Do you think this will be a big difference in a game like this?
I don't like Axe Rush because he could have gone for items like Vlad's or Glimmer earlier. He would get it earlier and have more impact.
Hey man, we're 43 minutes in. I wouldn't say this is rushing anymore.
Yeah, it's just
He's just sort of
He-
saving, really.
He actually has it now. He has it now. He just needs to disassemble the boots.
That's right.
You can't wait 400 more gold, bro. They're gonna kill you. How is Omni gonna wait? He has to wait like another 4 minutes if he doesn't farm a single creep.
Maybe he wants to get it off the next fight. Maybe he wants to smush a creep wave.
Oh, this is a big rune.
Yeah,
Also-
yeah.
the Sven is
Maybe
going
doing-
for queued up an MKB now instead of the Satanic. How do you feel about that?
I don't like that item. Sven should never be building MPD. Like, not even in this game.
Well,
Like,
he's
you
getting
go
it to
AC
counter the
or
Monkey
go
King.
Satanic.
He's getting it to counter Monkey King's
Yeah, but-
Butterfly.
But MK, at the same time, you have to remember MK is also losing his BKB, and Pagna deals with him completely.
They're pushing straight
Oh,
out.
they
They
found
found it. Blink
No,
forward.
they can't do that, they
Avalanche.
can't do that.
This BKB
Kill
versus
BKB.
BKB.
He's just gonna BKB.
Sven's running around
Oh,
randomly
no.
looking for anything he can hit with all his damage.
I don't like that. I don't like that he popped his BKB and his God Strength for that. Like, he should know that he can't get that stun off. Like, there's no way, in no world does he get that stun off.
I think they're
Like, this is just wasting BKB charges.
just trying to get
It's down to
any
6
pick they
seconds.
can at this stage, it looks like.
No sorceries avail.
So what do you guys think about the neutral items that both sides have brought so far? Who do you think has like the better neutral item, and what actually can change the game?
I think Seabeeps has better neutral items, especially with the Flicker, which is really good against Sven. Spec has Illusion Escapes, he loves that. And the other items are just fine. They also got a repair kit in case they want to go high ground. In case Dire wants to go high ground, they have a repair kit to defend it.
Yeah, it does look like Kitsune also has the Titan Sliver to complement his Satanic. He's fresh, newly bought Satanic, so it's gonna be hard to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Underlord has a repair kit, but I'm not too sure how effective that will be if his whole team is dead. So I don't know, man. It looks like the third rush is gonna go to Sea Reaps as well, and this is the Aghanims one. So most likely it should go to the. Actually, if it goes on the Grimstroke, it's not too bad. If it creates the Sven illusion, but I think Rubik will take it. Yeah.
So it's
I like to see it on Spectre with the double horns.
But looks like Rubik has decided that it's his time to shine.
He's gonna steal a Stormhammer and jump into 5 people and instantly
are
die.
they looking to fight again already?
That would be like the worst possible stun to steal. If you can't control it, the Rubik Supermaning it is.
Guys, it's happened.
that would be fun.
Omni Knight has completed the Aghanim Scepter.
Oh,
Fine.
Wow.
Only
46
46 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think he would have done it, but the Mad Lad actually did. He waited 4k gold to complete his Aghanims.
So now that they can glyph, now that they can use the GA to protect the towers as well, they could switch purely to towers and thrones.
Yeah, but I mean the cooldown is still 120 seconds. Yeah, that's a 2-minute downtime.
Who's got the quickening?
Yeah, the Omni has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. It's
It's okay, he can get the Octarine in another 40 minutes and then
Yeah.
it'll be up in
And then the
7.
refresher of 40 minutes after that.
Yeah.
if they should have given him all the tomes, because if he hit level 25, that's a minus 60-second cooldown on his LP. Then it would only be a 1-minute downtime.
True.
Omni's the real carry this game. He's just not,
Yeah, Resident
not
Sleeper.
farmed yet. Yeah, he's not farmed yet. He'll get there though. Like I have faith in my boy here.
There's an inner beast within him. It's just waiting to be woken up.
If he got the scepter, he can get anything, man.
I think Sand King might be in a kind of a bad position here.
For justice.
Everyone's all around him. They're going to be happy to oblige.
they're kind
Yeah,
of-
look at this. Oh, the...
Oh my
Hey,
god.
was that a... What was that? Was he
No,
tricking
He
him?
didn't see him.
Oh,
Couldn't
okay.
see- He couldn't see
Yeah.
him.
He just wanted to
I
go
bet-
for
It
creeps.
looked like Sand King
He didn't
spooked
see the
out. He
Sand
thought,
King.
"Oi, I'm out of here. No thanks."
He freaked out there. I bet you he freaked out a little bit. What do you think about the Sand King's item choice? He's going for a BKB next.
Not ideal. I mean, I think he's getting it just to make sure he can get his ultimate off. But really, it's not going to do anything. Oh. A fight cut.
Looks like
Fight
our
breaking
boy
out,
is
Sand
caught
King
up.
connecting. GA popped very early. Oh, they're trying to get out straight away. Omni Knight's been brought down. The Monkey King ult. And they've caught Tiny on the
Oh,
side.
Tiny's in the
The
middle of
Yule
it.
stops the Q from Kitsune from connecting. The silence though.
He gets the
He's
blink
trying
off.
to use his spider legs
Still
to run
gonna
away,
die.
but the Burrow Strike catches him right on the end. The bash. And he falls down.
You see, this is the big problem when Omni takes like forever to buy the Aghanim Scepter, and when he has it, then Spec actually has a nullifier that can remove it. So yeah, there goes your 47-minute Aghanim Scepter.
So they're going to try and...
And not to mention it removes the Heavenly Grace as well. So it looks to be a wreck.
They've got the glyph in combination with the repair kit to try and buy as much time as possible.
They have an active glyph that will spawn in 20 seconds.
Here's Pugna dropping his combo, but Spec happy to Abyssal on. God Strength BKB. The stolen GA. Rubik.
He died.
Grimstroke buying back, Epicenter going off. Hit onto 2, Burrow Strike to clean up the Underlord. 3 buybacks coming out the side of Zen Monks and 2 on the side of Sea Weebs. Looks like Pugna's happy to catch. He stops the suck with the Q. Oh, but here come the boys. They're ready to hunt. They're ready to kill. Sven going for the backline straight away. The Burrow Strike to try and save a little bit of time. But Sven dropping.
It's over.
Oh no.
They went after the spec with the it's over. The game's over.
Sven went in without BKB. That's the recipe for disaster.
He didn't have God Strength either, so
Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to accomplish there.
I don't think they know Rubik had the GA from Omni.
no, but he got dispelled with the stun. The stun dispels it as well. From spec.
Rubik happy to
So
play around a little bit
so
more.
he killed toss him in fountain low. Toss him in.
And that's a GG. Well played. Sea Weaves takes 2-0. Knocks Zen Monks out of the game. Out of the tournament.
Well, now you have to admit that this was a much better game than the first one, though. So we did actually get what we wanted.
Yeah, a very exciting game. Lots of Zen Monks definitely brought the fight back to them. I still reckon a few key moments, like when they could have contested Roche, they should have really just gone in there and pressed buttons and see what they could have made happen. Throw the pit in the Roche pit. Throw the
Just delayed it.
yeah,
Yeah,
and try and get their
done
Sven into the fight, get him on the Aegis.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they did have the advantage. If you look at the graphs, they were quite significantly ahead at the 25-minute mark, but I think they didn't push their advantage enough, and they just let the Spectre continue to farm and let the Monkey continue to farm. And, with a few bad fights, then that's just game over.
That's right. It did get too late in the end. Spec only dying once. They really couldn't peel away the supports and then get the Spec as well. She was always on the other side of the map or way, way away.
Interesting game.
It was. They
It went back and forth a lot of times, but eventually, Sea Weaves gained too much of an advantage.
It's nice for the interview or what?
Yeah, interview, scuffed interview. Let's go.
Alright, hold on.
How do you feel about winning that game?
I'll wait for Kitsune to be here. Alright.
Okay,
Kitsune,
how do you feel after winning that game?
fucking hype, dude.
Uh,
2-0.
I'd say that it was too easy, honestly. Like,
What
I had
the-
confidence in my
okay.
team.
Oh, throwing
And
shade.
Okay, no, but I'll be honest. I think me, Kitsune, Dova. I don't know about Chiwa. Chiwa really doesn't care about our team. Just play the Apex. But us three and YH were, except YH actually, we're pretty confident. We did a lot of prep for this shit.
Your Sand King stunts are amazing.
Thank you,
Especially
thank you.
yeah, that's true. That's fucking true.
your ult in the bot jungle, 4-man wipe. That was amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
big plays, guys. Big plays. Well played.
Thanks, thanks.
It did look a little bit scuffed there, a little bit. No moaning, please. This is the voice channel. We are still live. Save
my bad.
save
Later
your
then.
faps for later.
I mean, I don't have. If you guys don't have any questions, it's fine. We don't have much to say. This fun series to play, honestly.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun series to play. Everything came together. So yeah, I really don't have anything to say. We were just a better team this time.
Oh, wow.
How do you feel after your entire hero pool was banned and you still claimed the victory?
Well, they're dog shit. That Big Stick Target banned me and they still couldn't win. That's so dog shit.
Okay.
Kitsune, your mic is so scuffed. What is going
Yeah,
on?
he's got a great PC, but not a great mic for some reason. I don't know.
No. I have 2 fans pointed at me. This is my real mic. Now that I'm pointed away from it. So
Well,
So either talk nice and sweat, or the opposite.
what? Sorry?
Nothing. Never mind.
Yep, cock.
what did you think of your mid lane against Pugna?
Too easy.
Too easy.
Oh my god.
Overwhelming confidence there.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Good luck on game, whatever. The next game is.
Yeah.
We're against Biotic
Also-
Desire.
My power rankings. Props.
Dude, my power rankings
May
is so-
power
I-
rankings.
I just
May
screwed
power
my own
rankings.
power
May
rankings.
power
I actually
rankings.
screwed my
Good
own
power
That will
rankings.
be the end of the
Good power
stream.
rankings.
Thanks for
Red
watching,
Monk, the
guys.
number one-
GG, well played, everyone.
Thank you.